never lost our sense of what's truly important. The great taste of Charleston Chew.
It's gonna be terrible.
Hello and welcome to Best of the Bottom, where bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. I am the Reverend JP, and this is.
Damn.
And what we like to do on the show is we drink cheap booze, give it a little review. We talk about what's going on in the nerd world, the regular world, in all parts of life, liberty, and the pursuit of justice. And we drink cheap booze so you can too. Bam. This show didn't start off great. Okay. I fucked it. I fucked it hard. But anyways, shall we get to the most important part of the show?
Yes.
We have a little thing that we call the bag of doom. You see, in this bag, this purple bag of doom, this purple sack of chaos, this glorious something of destiny, we have random shots. We reach from this bag and we have to take whatever shot is in there, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether we tried it or not. It's our destiny. It's our fate. It is sealed within this bag. And Diane, reach across the interweb.
I have to grab from your first banana. Writings.
99 pineapple. Damn it.
Irish style cream liquor. Good stuff.
Cheers to
Grandma's kitties and titties.
yes. Cheers. I totally forgot. I went out into the living room earlier to get me a fresh bottle of water. And you know what I got? Not a goddamn thing. So this week, we're going to be giving a review to these bad boys. Neon Burst. Actually, Neon Burst is our beverage for the evening. Found it at the Circle K. Never tried it before. It looks interesting. Before we get completely into our reviews and stuff, we have a Florida Man segment. We have some booze in the news. And then we get down to the important topics. We'll be talking about some Nintendo situations. We'll be talking about the Red Power Ranger. We'll be talking the hard stuff, the hard-hitting questions, the real truth. We're getting down to the real truth. But like I said, before we do all that, it is time for this week's adventures of Florida Man. And this week is actually a Florida woman. Ooh, progressive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe. See how the story turns out. For those of you who don't know, we find a Florida man headline. Instead of reading the actual article of what happened, I make up the story. Why? Because life is better when you make it up on the fly. That's what I've always been told. This week, Florida woman at McDonald's flips out over wrong order, calls 911, and twerks.
Oh, I saw this actually.
Well, how could you not? It was all over the TikToks. But as you see, I intend to make this a much better story. I hope. Maybe. But we can all relate going to your particular fast food purveyor of particularly high fat, greasy, carby goodness purveyors. And this woman went in there, wanted a 20-piece, a basket of fries, and a Diet Coke, because that is the American way. And maybe an apple pie. 2 apple pies. What do you see when she got her order? There was a 20-piece. There was a basket of fries. There was even a Diet Coke. But they gave her the goddamn cherry pies. And we all know the McDonald's cherry pies. I don't know why they even created them. I'm not even sure if they actually still have them. But somehow this woman got the cherry pies. Doesn't even make sense. It's ludicrous. They must have found them in the deep freezer, fell on in the back, and just threw them in there. And she bit into what she was expecting to be cinnamony, delicious, gooey appleness. And she got this rank ass tangy cherry. Don't get me wrong. Cherry pie is a delicious type of pie. But McDonald's cherry pies are lacking. And if you like the McDonald's cherry pies, I'm just going to say this. You are not to be trusted. That is ultimately the true moral of the story. You cannot trust a McDonald's cherry pie. And this was the last straw. It's been a long week. She's working all day. Just busting her ass at a job that doesn't care about her own well-being, doesn't care about her mental health. They just constantly keep on requiring her day after day after day to sort the funky beans from the good beans. I mean, we got machines for that now, but no, this lady has been stuck sorting the beans and the rocks. It's just too much. And all she wanted was her delightful apple pie, her Nick McNuggets, and the basket of fries. And of course, Diet Coke. You don't want to get fat. And this just sent her over the edge. Not only is she separating beans, her cat ran off with the neighbor's puppy. They got married. Can't have cats just living with dogs, cohabitating in some kind of weird madness.
Yeah, you're right. Not very progressive at all.
I'm thinking like a Florida person. She's upset. The cats with the dogs, the little boy Blue, and the man in the moon. It's just madness. Just sheer madness going on. She stubbed her toe on the way in. And the little delight that she had to look forward to was taken from her. It was stolen purely by some fool's mistake. The manager saw those funky cherry pies at the back of the freezer that they're not even sure are there. He just slipped him in there. Just slipped him in. They stuck him in the oven thinking, it's McDonald's. Food doesn't go bad here. You know how many preservatives are in there? Food costs. It's getting higher. And when she bit in to this rank ass cherry pie, she lost it. She threw the chairs. She flipped the cups. She played beer pong. I don't know. And she lost that too. She had no choice. She didn't know what to do. She panicked. She called for the law. And of course, in Florida, you get like 4 alligators and a ball python. But then that time, as she's having her little tantrum, she's screaming, she's yelling. She hears that music hit. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. And you know those rump rattling beats. You cannot help it. Even in sheer anger. Next thing you know, one booty cheek starts going. The other booty cheek starts going. Next thing you know, she's twerking like she never twerked before. She's twerking in rage and in delight and confusion. It is sheer panic going on. The alligator's confused. He tased the python. And the manager gave her 2-for-1 coupon to make up for the error. And she did not get arrested. She went home and she vomited and had the most explosive diarrhea you could ever have from old ass cherry pies that were hidden in the back of the freezer. The end. And see. Thank you.
We'll call you.
I had no idea where I was going with that. But Maverick Comic has subscribed at 1 tier. They've subscribed for 17 months now. And he says, Goopy Appleness. That was my nickname in high school. Don't judge me. Well, I stole that from Brett and Link, but you don't know my life.
Are comments actually? Oh, they are actually happening. Okay.
Were you on the wrong thing again?
No, I wasn't. That's why I was super confused.
Oh. For once, you didn't screw up. Proud of you.
Thank you.
But you know what time it is? It's oh shit! I didn't. Hang on. I made a mistake. I did not update something. Problem solved. It is time to get into this beverage. I'm excited to try this beverage. I'm going to be honest with you.
I'm not. These are big. And there's 2.
Why, thank you. This is the best podcast that airs on Mondays on Twitch that is booze based. I had that own caveat because I don't know what else airs, and I know my limitations. I am a man of God after all. Gods, goddesses, deities, titans. Beings that are more powerful than I. That rock over there. But so Neon Burst is made by Anheuser-Busch. So it's from the makers of Bud Light, Budweiser, and all that good stuff. It is, the label says Neon Burst hard drinks, sparkling hard beverage, grape blowout, naturally flavored. What's impressive too, they actually have like full-on nutrition facts. It's 360 calories in this can.
Oops. I'm trying to show you, but it doesn't matter. I can't.
But the ingredients is water, cold fermented cane sugar, natural flavors, cane sugar, citric acid, malic acid, sodium citrate, fruit and vegetable juice for color, sucralose, and malted rice. And they have an Instagram, a Facebook, and a Twitter. And it says to enjoy responsibly, as we should. We will responsibly drink this beverage and talk some shit about some shit that's coming up. So it's 8% alcohol per volume. The solid ABV. Bang. Thank you. But I find it interesting they're calling it a sparkling hard beverage, not a seltzer, not a malt beverage like Four Locos. So I'm not.
My first thought is it's going to be like Flintstones.
It does. It has a Flintstone vitamins taste smell to it.
But Bang had that situation too,
Did it?
where it smelled like Flintstones vitamin E.
I don't remember the smell. I just remember the rage that built inside me that still lives there to this day. I mean, Bang, what the fuck is your problem? Like, seriously, 5% ABV. You're fucking Bang, man. You're fucking Bang. You are the makers of Redline. Do you know how many people you sent to the hospital? Now you're going to act like you're responsible? Please.
Tastes exactly like it too. But it's less chalky tasting than I thought. It smells very chalky, but it doesn't taste very chalky yet. Maybe a little.
I have instant heartbreak.
Does it taste like poop?
I really thought this would be different. And I thought we're gonna go for the grape first because last time we saved the Diamond Tap for last, and I was like, you know what? This could be spot on Diamond Tap. The Johnny Bootleg was very close. And it was delightful. And it fit perfectly in my pocket like a proper reverend.
Justin, stop. Don't pick things that are meant to taste like Diamond Tap, okay? We're not trying to find which drink tastes the most like Diamond Tap.
Sorry, I'm trying to relive my childhood.
I would like to not.
I'm an old man. All I have is nostalgia left.
You're right. I'm sorry, I'll let you have it.
But then I was interested too, because it's like it's marketed a little bit differently. It's a hard drinks. It's a sparkling hard beverage. So I was thinking it wouldn't have that funky like Four Loko flavor or some of the other stuff we got, where it's kind of like that pungent.
I don't think it has that for sure.
Which it doesn't have that.
I can taste the sparkling a little bit. I feel like it is less of a heavy. I don't really care for it, but
it's not very grapey.
I think it's grapey.
I don't think it's grapey. It's not proper. I don't know what flavor this is, but if you were to blindfold me and tell me to drink this, my instant reaction will not be that's a grape flavor. Like the purple Monster Ultras have a more of a grape flavor than this, and those barely taste like grape. Like I don't even think, honestly, like I couldn't even say this is like a purple flavored beverage. I would think
it's grape just because I know grape flavorings. I hate grape flavorings, and I would just assume this is definitely who my kitties are fighting in the back.
Yeah, I was watching.
To give each other good slaps. It's because Treagle's too needy. She's like, hey, come love me. Every 2 seconds of every day. And then sometimes she gets bopped because she gets in people's grills and they're like, hey, not today.
That's not how I'm feeling.
Yeah. She doesn't ask consent, and that's the problem.
Yeah. I actually had to separate Sadie and Archibald, Lord Archibald Pumpernickel III, because Sadie's in heat. And I caught them trying to get in the act more than once. So Sadie's been placed in the living room.
Yeah, I saw her. She was being super nice to me. Now I get why.
Yeah. So, and the random side note too, as we talked about, I came home to find officer down. Yes, yesterday. I just want, you know what, right now, I just want to dedicate this podcast in the memory of the late, the great, lovely officer Meow Meow Fuzzy Face. She was an adorable kitty, and I'm gonna miss her coming over and sticking her paws in my armpit and being like, "Hey, I need to be petted," and then like stick her nose right in my ear and purr loudly and vigorously.
Well, if we're dedicating it to cats, then I also have a doctor down, Dr. Physicist Anthony Anne Marie. Also passed away. She died Saturday. Saturday.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Now, I am not completely heartbroken, as honestly, I don't know how old Officer was, as she just showed up one day, but apparently she was from the same abandoned house as Princess Carolyn, which I thought so, but nobody wanted to admit to the truth earlier. They waited until I grew an attachment, bastards. But so she could have been anywhere between 10 and 20 years old. I honestly have no idea. And honestly, I'm still surprised that somehow Officer died before Princess Carolyn, because I feel like Princess Carolyn has been on her last legs for the last 4 years. I don't know how she keeps going, but you know what? Good for her. But, Officer, salute you. She was a good cat. But I came home, like, the last 3 days, I kind of had suspicion. She just wasn't acting her normal self. So her purring was off. She wasn't getting up and doing stuff like she normally does. And in the morning before I left to work, I went to pet her and she got all mad and hissed at me and growled, which is way unusual for her. And it sent off the red flags. And of course, I got home and Officer was down. But she is now resting peacefully next to Joe. Poor kitty.
We're getting Nin cremated.
Are you?
Yeah, she we took her to the funeral home, and she gets like a little urn. She's getting like a paw print of hers and like
How
a
much?
little plant. It was like 100 and like I want to say 40 to 60, I think it was.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit, I should do that for Officer.
Yeah. We were gonna bury her, but Deborah was just like, well, we can wait until Monday and see how much it's gonna cost and see if we could do that. So
Yeah. That
so
actually,
we took her and
yeah, because I thought that was going to be a lot more expensive than. That's why I didn't think about it.
she paid more for the little paw print plate thing.
Huh.
So it's probably, but then it can get more expensive, but it's just more customization options.
Oh. Damn. I wonder if I could have got like a little badge on an urn.
Maybe.
I missed out.
We only knew about it because Sammy got her cat cremated over there.
Well, I know of its existence, but I just thought.
I didn't know they did all this fancy, you get to like plant a little plant and then it's like it's really cute. I would love your paw print. But you're not dying, so stop it.
Well, I mean, technically, we're all dying a little bit each day.
Okay, cool, but I'm dying first.
But yes,
Just don't plant me.
I'll plant something somewhere. Giggity.
That just sounds like you're going to bang his urn.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, doesn't surprise me.
special bond.
Couldn't be together in life. I'm just gonna have to keep you away.
Now, this has a very medicine-y vibe to it. Like, not in the good way.
Every grape flavor of
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I know the grape flavor. I am the Diamond Tab King here. It's different. It's not in the good way. This is like generic ripoff Flintstone vitamins.
You all are kidding yourselves. Grape is clearly the worst flavor, period. Definitely doesn't taste like grapes.
All right. How about peach or watermelon?
All don't taste like the flavor they're supposed to.
None of the artificial flavors taste like the flavors are supposed to.
Exactly. And until that day, grape is horrendous. Stop lying to yourselves, people. Grape does not taste like grape. You've settled for something subpar.
I'm saying I'm fine with watermelon flavor. It's this one over here.
Because it doesn't taste like watermelons. I don't like watermelons either, but like flavored watermelon stuff is like that. I can tolerate a Jolly Rancher watermelon, but it doesn't taste like watermelon.
Banana flavor depends.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the worst. Because I've had some bad banana flavor and I've had some decent
raspberry is the worst as far as like not tasting anything like the fruit.
Blue raspberry in particular. What the fuck is blue raspberry?
It's tasty, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's the worst flavor out there, but I'm like, that definitely does not taste like a raspberry. I
hate blue raspberry flavor. It's just so overpoweringly sweet and just ridiculous, which is weird because blue raspberry as a child was one of my favorites. Now I get something that's blue raspberry and I just want to puke in the face of the maker.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just how I feel about it. Lemon sucks unless it's a lemon head.
Lemon's, I don't know. I don't mind lemon flavor, though.
You know, I had this conversation with Dominique earlier about how I was excited to try this. It seemed interesting and new. And I was thinking, oh, I might really enjoy this. And she said something about, like, what if Diane hates it? And I said, well, what if we both hate it? And then she said, well, or what if it's the reverse and Diane likes it and you hate it? I am hoping Fruit Punch is better. And I was looking forward. I went for the grape one first, thinking it was going to be great.
I would have done this last no, you did the right thing because this is gross. So I'd rather have the gross thing first than have something that I think is going to taste good afterwards. So always end on a good note, you know? Fruit Punch is really hard to fuck up as a flavor. I feel like that's an easy peasy lemon squeezy thing.
My taste buds are very high-tuned and succinct. Bam. I don't know.
Mine are probably not. I'll be honest.
Diane's rule of thumb is how much alcohol is in it?
Yep.
And how fast can I get it in my body?
Yep. Facts, and more facts.
My thought is how much alcohol is in it? How likely am I to hate this experience? And then how fast can I get it in my body?
Yeah.
And I will say this. I don't hate the experience. I'm just
To me, drinking is not like a fun. Everything tastes like shit. It's just like what tastes better. So I just feel like, yeah, it's never about am I going to enjoy the experience for me. It's just like, can I get it down quick? Keep it down
Okay.
quick.
Here's what it is about this.
Mm.
The front taste isn't bad, but this has a solid, cheap vitamin taste in the back of the throat. Like they put the flavoring in it, but not enough, and they got a bunch of fillers and some other weird shit.
Yeah,
Right.
the more I drink it, the more I can actually taste the vitamin.
Do you
Like,
remember when Mom used to sell like for an MLM company that was like did like vitamin stuff? I want to call it was like Rexall or something like that.
I don't know. I know she did like things like that, but
I don't know.
I think Tupperware is the main thing I remember.
Yeah, because she's done Tupperware a couple of times. She's done Avon. Then she did one that was called I want to say it's called Rexall or something like that. There's a bunch of vitamins, and they were all they claimed to be this and that and everything, but every single one of them had this really funky, like horrible, like overbearing vitamin flavor. And she got ones that were supposed to be kid vitamins. And like you'd bite into it, and at first you get a little bit of flavor, but then you just get this weird, like planty, chemically, gritty dirt taste. That's what this is.
And my first couple sips, I didn't taste it as much as I smelt it. And then now that I'm getting like in the middle, like these aren't shakeable things, are they?
Huh?
Like these aren't something you're supposed to shake first, right?
No, it's carbonated.
Yeah, that was my feeling, but it tastes like that.
Yeah.
It like tastes like it needs a good shaking.
This is supposed to be 2 servings.
2 servings. Are we microdosing alcohol at this point?
I don't even know.
Is that a thing?
Like, this is nothing like I expected it to be.
So you're supposed to drink like half. Is that why it has this line? It's not like you could see though, so I don't know why you would keep that line there. But that looks about half.
Oh, between the hard drinks and Great Blowout. Oh, I just had a frightening thought. What if it's called Grape Blowout? Because you get wicked shits afterwards, and it blows out your anus. Oh no,
Bro, yeah. I mean, Justin, all you need is to find yourself a good glass table, a willing participant into that. You already dressed for the job.
this is Punch Blast because it's gonna be blasting out your ass later. What if it's all a ruse? I'm just thinking this is supposed to be fermented cane sugar. All those diet candies that are made with sugar alcohol. Have you read the devastating stories? Have you not read the Haribo
The Harry
Amazon
Potter.
the Haribo?
No, I don't know very much. No.
All right.
I don't keep up with the things and the stuff, I have 4 cats I have to feed and what's no. Uh-huh. All of which want to have podcasting careers of their own.
Yes.
They pop up just as much as your kids pop up. Except for mine don't really talk.
Okay.
Not saying they're my kids, but
All right. I think, is this the one? Let me. No, I don't want to do that. Let's see. I think this is the one. Okay. This is the Haribo bar. Haribo. Haribo. Haribo sugar-free gummy bear
Har-
candies.
yeah, I'm not sure.
I think this is the right. I think this is the one.
Harbor.
Ah, shit! I just turned off the screen. I was trying to adjust it, and I just turned it off. It was my last day of the semester, and the final exams were 30% of our grade. After last night's study session, I felt confident, but I had to decide between sleeping in or cooking breakfast. My eyelids chose sleep. My stomach later regretted this decision, and after several uncomfortable stomach growls, I finally decided to make a quick stop by the campus bookstore and grab a snack before my test. Since the semester was ending and everyone was going home for the summer, a lot of items were on sale, including the snacks and candy that they kept up front. Being in the hungry state that I was, it felt only logical to pick the largest yet least expensive candy in order to get some bang for my buck. And there they sat, 2 bags of Haribo sugar-free gummy bears. Buy one, get one free. What a deal!
If this ends in diarrhea, that's every sugar-free candy ever made.
Yes, that's the point of this thing. Jesus Christ! All right, just skip to the end.
Well, I'm just saying because
That's the whole point of this whole thing.
oh, you wanted to read his diarrhea story? My bad. Continue.
Yes. I thought
He
naive.
already owns a glass table.
I would eat one bag before my test and one bag afterwards. As I walked into class, I gleefully chewed on those abominable on those abominable little bastards, unaware of the utter mayhem that would soon unleash upon my poor anus. I sat down at my desk as the professor informed us that, due to issues with cheating in the past, restroom breaks would be prohibited until the completion of the exam. I will give you 10 minutes to use the restroom now. This will be your last chance. Any takers? The demon bears hadn't released their unholy necromancy upon my stomach yet. So, in my moment of ignorant foolishness, I remained seated, still munching on those miniature bear shaped bombs. Oh, scrolled too far. After the students, wise enough to take the professor's offer, had returned, the professor handed out the test. I was 6 questions in when it happened. It started subtly at first, almost like slight tingling sensation in the lower abdomen. I thought nothing of it, assuming my intestines were just doing their thing. Little did I know, my intestines were trying desperately to warn me of the horror that was on the horizon. My question 9 happened again, but this time it was followed by sharp pain, as if those infernal hellions had orchestrated an attack upon my colon. I fought to contain the groan that tried escaping my lips. It was at this point I began to panic. Something was going horribly. You spelled that wrong? Supposed to be going horribly wrong. And I needed to get through this test before it got worse. By question 14, my worst fear was upon me. The Satan's bears, burning hot, liquidy dark magic crushed against my anal sphincter like a tidal wave. I was able to close the hatch just in time, But those relentless, toxic bears beat against like the orcs breaking down the doors of Helm's Deep. I knew I wouldn't be able to do so. I knew I wouldn't be able to so much as shift in my seat without risking a breach. At this point, nothing mattered except expelling the ungodly presence from my bowels. With 15 questions left, I promptly wrote C for every answer and ran out of the classroom. My professor yelled something, but I was too preoccupied with the volcanic eruption that needed to take place before I could find my seat. Sweet relief. I burst into the restroom like Kool-Aid Man. Oh, yeah. And behold, the handicap stall was empty. Sun rays from the adjacent window shone.
Did he write "oh yeah" or was that you?
That was me.
Okay, because if you wrote that in there, it's like, wow, he is enjoying this way too much.
No, I forgot. I lost my spot. Sun rays from the adjacent window shone upon it as if it were a gift from God himself. It took me less than 5 minutes to undo my belt buckle, pull down my pants, and finally relax my weary buttocks upon the toilet seat. It took absolutely no effort to expel this demon. Almost immediately, the floodgates of hell were opened, and the damned liquefied souls of an entire bag's worth of gummy bears cried as they burned through my sphincter.
I don't know what my cat is doing. She's just there she goes. Oh, you nailed that, dude. She went like she nailed that. She's not gonna get out of there without throwing shit all over the place, but she nailed it.
I'm legit like sweaty. You're not. I almost immediately. Oh wait, hang on. Wait, I lost my spot. Burn through my sphincter into watery. Wait, hang on. Sorry. All right. Liquefied souls of entire bags worth of gummy bears cried as they burned through my sphincter and into the watery abyss below. I had never felt such stimulus, relief, and anguish in my life. After 30 minutes more of this, I immediately went home, dug a hole in my backyard, and burned the remaining bag of gummy bears. I leave this. Do not repeat. Do not eat the spawns of Satan. Not only did this cause me to fail my final test, but the anguish experience is something I wouldn't wish upon anyone, not even my worst enemy.
Well, it's his fault for putting CCC. The possibilities of that was crazy. He should have zigged and zagged.
The only place these godforsaken hell bears belong is buried in their surface. But there's a whole bunch of like.
She's gonna knock all that shit off.
Over my years of internet surfage, I found many of them. There's one about an airport and getting searched by security and blasting somebody trying to do a full cavity search with diarrhea shits in the face. Is your cat throwing a tantrum?
No, she jumped in my closet and because I just moved everything around, so there's not really space for cats up there, and she's trying anyway, but she's just knocking everything down. Get down, Hattie.
Cats don't listen like that.
I know, because she's trying to make it to the top tier, and she just can't.
What is she on?
She's in my closet in my closet
Oh.
shelves.
Oh shit! What just happened?
She knocked everything over.
Jesus Christ, I just saw random objects fly across the camera.
It's all paint and art supplies, so she just flung. It's yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you okay, kid? That didn't look very graceful. Actually, it was pretty nice. I mean, shrapnel everywhere, but.
is she still up there?
No, she fell.
She fell with everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't see the fall. We just heard the crash, and then items fly across.
She was gonna jump down, and then as she was positioning herself, she kind of whoop, and then she kind of like basically, I don't know what she hit, but it flung everything across everywhere. So.
There you go. I need to rename this. I need to rename the.
That was I knew it was coming, and I was like, do I just get up and
You just let it happen. You just let the chaos unfurl.
well, because I was like, she nailed it getting in there, and I'm like, maybe she can nail it getting out. I was like, that was the mastery, and I was like, then there's no way.
No. The answer is no.
Well, and then I was like, well, if she makes it to that, I don't know. I guess I was just watching chaos ensue.
Oh shit, that's not what I want to do.
But also, they need to learn they can't jump up there anymore, and I think she did.
So,
and so did all my paints.
After all this chaos, it's time to quickly run through. Booze in the news. This is going to be a short one because I couldn't find anything all that great. But this is Booze in the News by proxy. So, New Mexico's $5 challenge begins May 31st. So, essentially, New Mexico is doing a contest. I'll read the article here. This comes from KOB Channel 4, Albuquerque. New Mexico is home to many great fun products, and starting next week, you can get a reward for capturing your support for the industry that makes it all happen. So basically, they're saying like spare an extra $5 to purchase a product that's made here in New Mexico to help bolster the state's economy and ag industry starting May 31st. So each time you do this and upload a picture of yourself, so a selfie with a product that you bought, you're entered in for a weekly drawing. And the prizes consist of, hang on, where's the prizes?
Does it have like places where you can go to find these things, or are you also supposed to? Like...
No, it's just eligible products for purchase are freshly grown vegetables, sauces, jams, tortillas, crafted beers, and wines. That's why it's by proxy, because I can think of quite a few beers and wines produced here in New Mexico. But the prizes are chilies, gift bags from the State Food and Drink Association. So I don't know if it's worth the effort, but you know what? I can think of quite a few wineries that were pretty good. Yeah, some Hatch Green chili wine. It's not terrible. Oh, we're gonna have to redo the Hatch chili wine thing. Because remember, we did that a while back.
Mm-hmm.
And then we deleted all our stuff. from previous stuff, so we've kind of started fresh. But yeah, we
And I'll just eat green chili and cheese
yeah.
the whole podcast. This guy wants to bitch about Harbor Row fucking try eating like just a cup of green chili on its own with some cheese. See what I have to say about.
Now all I can think about every time I take a sip.
I forgot what we were doing and I grabbed my phone. And it was just like, wait a second. Wait a second.
You're like, oh, hang on.
This is not what's happening.
Was the booze taken out in the catastrophe?
It just yeah, I don't know. I guess I just jumped to the end of the show where we talk afterwards, and I was like, okay, you went to take a swig of your thing, and I was like, I'm gonna smoke.
But that was that was booze in the news. It was the only thing I could find that was interesting.
But you get prizes.
Yeah, you get prizes. So, you know, I mean, you got the Alien beer from Roswell. You got St. Clair Wineries. You got, because I think there's a pomegranate wine that's made here. Plum Loco is a local one. You have you got the beer that's got the New Mexico flag on it. There's a whole bunch of local microbreweries here where we like the beer we did that was part of that like charity for whatever cancer it was. I don't remember the name of the beer. I'd have to look through our stuff because I'm surrounded by a bunch of empty liquor bottles. And, we drank a lot of stuff during the course of the show. Oh, or even Tidy Whitey's. Tidy Whitey is made here, and we've drank 2 of those. There's quite a few.
Do you have to send in your receipts?
No, you upload a picture yourself.
Well, there you
is
go.
what
Just
it
take
says.
pictures. What do you have, eh?
Yeah, so that's the thing. If you just upload a picture of yourself with it, how do you know you actually bought it? Because you could like take a picture of yourself in the store, crop yourself out, Photoshop yourself in your living room, and you could like enter the competition and not even actually buy the product. Did they think this through? Like, are you just uploading pictures? Like, you could be at a farmer's market and just buy some shit and take a picture of yourself with it.
It's more trash.
Yeah, exactly. Huh. I mean, honestly, I feel like I could probably repackage some of these wines, a little food coloring, some water, some, like it's just it's too like I feel like you should have to provide some sort of receipts besides just a picture of yourself in the product. I mean, New Mexico, did you think this shit through? Did you think this shit through? I feel like you didn't think this through. But of course, it sounds like the prizes aren't necessarily that great.
No.
I don't know.
They're like, do you want to like win a jet ski when you're nowhere near any jet skiable water?
I mean, we got Elephant Butt Lake.
Is that still going strong?
I mean, it's there. It's not completely dried up yet. That might be true. They just need to get rid of the meth dust particles. The government's onto them. The feds are cracking down on states doing shit sketchy. That's not true. The government always does sketchy shit. Don't trust your local politician. They want to screw you over and make money. The more you know.
Don't trust children. No, I'm just kidding.
Children are assholes.
I don't know. I just wanted to say don't trust something, and then children pops into my head, and I was like, I could do better than that. And then,
We're talking about politicians, not children.
but they grow up to be politicians.
Don't trust your politician around children. Also,
don't trust your children not to become politicians.
Yes.
Parenting. The more you know.
So, Dan, did you hear about this? Did you read about this?
What?
So I came across an article in which inspired this. Okay. Go up. There we go. There it is. So I'm just gonna go through the article. I came across this on my Google feed because I'm always checking it, looking for booze in the news, Florida men, Florida people, Florida men, women, and gender fluid. That would be the most progressive Florida man ever, or Florida woman. Florida non-binary individual. But this is Florida. So even if they are, they're not going to do the article that way. But that would be interesting. Florida non-binary.
They would just say Floridian.
Ah, shit, they would.
That's not how that works.
Fuck! Anyways, the headline: Nintendo announces female characters will no longer be able to drive Mario Karts following Saudi Arabia investment. So according to this article, following today's news that Saudi Arabia now controls 5% of its shares after making nearly $3 billion investment, Nintendo has announced that female characters are now banned from driving in Mario Kart 8. So this article goes on to talk more about...
Is this the Onion? What are you reading from?
Well, that's the thing. All right, I'm trying to get to this. So I read this whole thing and I was like, is this real? It's talking about Saudi Arabia, I guess, recently invested a lot of money into Nintendo. So there's an article written saying that they're going to ban women from driving in Mario Kart. And this other article says that Nintendo released a statement saying that they were already discussing banning women from driving in Mario Kart. Just the fact that Saudi Arabia had invested is just coincidence. Yada, yada, yada. And I was like, what? And then it says, as of press time, the highly anticipated Metroid Prime 4 has been abruptly canceled. Because as we know, Samus is a woman in Metroid. And I was like, what the fuck? Because the article came out May 19th. They made a whole uproar. There was some Twitter statements. It was a whole thing. There was a big deal made about it. And of course, for a second, I bought into it. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? Nintendo, how could this be? But I did some researching, and this article comes from Hard Drive, which is apparently it's like a gaming Onion. It's gaming news, which is for the Onion, which it caught a lot of attention because sounds like it would. And I was like, because obviously before I just came on the podcast and just presented this as fact. I decided to do a little research because actually, as a man of God, I should just go by with what I read and just put it out there as fact, because that's how religion works. But I didn't do that. I looked more into it, and it turns out it's just a parody site. That it was a lovely article that stirred some attention. I'm sure they got a shit ton of hits on their site, and you know what? I'm kind of hoping it does the same for us. That's why I chose that to talk about it, because I am an honest man, which is odd because I'm also a reverend, so I should be lying to you and saying this is fact. So, as a Christian reverend, I'm going to tell you women should not be driving, and this is an accurate depiction. And how dare they put Princess Peach in the driver's seat of a cart?
No, they would probably be saying no. They can't.
no.
How can we allow them to do this? Because they're not the same religion as you.
But no, Muslims and Christians still have the same opinion that women are just baby factories. So,
Yeah, but we can drive.
oh, that's true.
I mean,
Because, yeah, as a Christian man, your woman does need to get your children to school and to like soccer practice and Bible studies and everything else. So, hang on, I'm in a conundrum.
well,
As
you're the whole thing is your what's it called?
I'm a reverend, I'm a man of God's.
Yeah. Well, you're not agnostic. What was that?
Yes, I'm an Orthodox agnostic. I uphold all the beliefs and traditions of not knowing what the fuck is happening beyond the afterlife.
So I guess whatever you say, just add maybe.
Maybe.
The whole South Park thing.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Dr. Pepper.
Diet
And
Dr. Pepper and Diet Dr. Pepper. Which honestly is one of my favorite beverages. Oh, Nico.
She's my favorite.
You can't choose favorites. We have lovely viewers.
You're right. She's not my favorite. But hey,
She's
how
in the
you
top
doing?
5.
It's good to see you. Yeah.
We don't have favorites here. We love all our children.
Boopsie daisy. You're all fantastic.
She's Maverick's favorite. Excellent. We still need to drink the fruit punch one. Diane, how do you feel about this article? Do you feel like women should be playable characters in Mario Kart?
Yeah. Because why not?
I mean, honestly, if you think about the history of Mario, it is very much a patriarchy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the only time you had Princess Peach as a playable character prior to the Mario Karts is Mario 2. But you also played as Toad, and he was the worst character to play as. But Princess Peach is also the best character to play as because of her gliding. So what does that say about Nintendo and their relationship and their ideals of women?
I just think they wouldn't do that because, yeah, like Peach. Men love Peach as a playable character. Any character you put, I really think. You would just say, hey, women shouldn't play video games then.
That's true.
If that's the problem. If that was the problem. It's not. But
and there is a problem with misogyny amongst the gamers where they tend to put out this perspective that the women gamers are only making money because their boobs are out. And that's not true. There's some quality
gatekeeping. That is definitely gatekeeping.
Yes.
If there's any woke terms that I've heard that I'm like are definitely prominent and usable, gatekeeping is for sure.
Yes. Said on Twitch, nobody should play video games. They're of Satan. They're Beelzebub's tool to make you think unholy thoughts and diddle your pickle, maybe. Diane, I'm gonna take one last sip of this grape, and I'm gonna get to this fruit punch because we need to get to the fruit punch. We're already an hour and 9 minutes in. Let's hope the fruit punch is better. But I'm also a wee bit more intoxicated. So maybe the fact that this and the bag of doom has kind of got the right booze level going, and maybe this will be more enjoyable. But I will say I'm not having as much fun as I did with the Johnny Bootlegger. I had a glorious time with that.
Also tastes like
Double or Nothing is this Sunday, and I'm stoked.
I'm scratching my chin because I don't know how I feel about that.
They both still have that weird back end flavor. That aftertaste is weird.
They are just as bad, I think, as Bangs.
Oh, and by the way,
But
update.
Bangs had more flavor.
Update. As the story was breaking last week, Sasha Banks and Naomi walking out on Monday Night Raw is not a work. It is not a work. There's a bunch of shit going on. Go to Fightful. Go to Wrestle Talk. Go. There's a bunch of news outlets. It's not a work. There's a bunch of shit going on. They're suspended. They're unhappy. There's a lot of shit going on. But Sasha Banks and Naomi walking out on Monday Night Raw last Monday is not a work.
I guess my question to you would be like, because I don't know anything. Was it a reasonable thing for them to do, or because I heard the whole, like what we talked about, like, but I'm like, is that how the business works? And they were like, thought they should have had more time, or like what was
It's a complicated situation, and it kind of sounds like the final draw was kind of like some stuff that happened in there. Like,
because I'm confused.
knowing the way Vince McMahon runs things, I feel like it's reasonable. The biggest problem that some of the other wrestlers have and the other people in the business have is that they walked out during the show, and it kind of screwed over their other, co-workers and friends.
Yeah, I've seen people aren't happy with them, and I've that's what makes me go like, is so.
It depends on where you're looking. There's a lot of support for them. There's a lot of people unhappy with them. But the biggest issue is
well, like what is
walking out.
That's what I'm concerned. Like, were they as champions? Should they have had more time, or should they have got? I'm confused as to what the. Is everybody under the same regulations, or I'm just confused as to what the problem is.
Part of the problem is one, it was Sasha and Bailey that kept pushing to get the women's tag titles into the company. And because when they brought the tag titles in, they had plenty of women, plenty of teams to do it. But over the recent years, they've released a good chunk of their women, and they've never treated the titles with any sort of like substance. And they've just kind of jobbed out the entire tag team division. And there's a whole thing about Sasha and Naomi were basically just going to be put into the SmackDown and Raw Women's Championship scene just to job out to Ronda and
what's jobbing out mean? I'm not sure what that means.
So
how do you job out to someone who's like not equally successful, but I guess
so jobbers come in basically to lose.
Is basically Ronda?
No, Ronda was going to be beating
Sorry, I'm so
Naomi.
confused with that.
Basically, Sasha feels like she hasn't been getting the proper respect. She's been trying to do stuff to make the women's division stronger and build a strong tag division. Kind of the same reason why FTR left WWE, because Vince McMahon hates tag team wrestling and he wasn't treating the men's tag division properly. So that's why FTR left. It's kind of the same situation there, but slightly different. And there's a whole thing of the fact that Sasha and Naomi are also black women, and they're kind of like, there's also extra heat being put on it because WWE released all these statements and put it on Raw and SmackDown, and they've like made this big show about it instead of just releasing a statement saying, "Hey, they're not going to be." Instead of holding it behind the scenes, they're putting it out on Front Street. It's a very complicated situation, but ultimately, Vince McMahon is an old man. He's kind of perverted, and I think he's lost his touch and his ways. So, yeah.
What's wrong with me?
Interesting. I just noticed Nico has sent a couple of.
I don't think I'm seeing everything.
You're not, because Nico also put "love you all" and sent some emojis, but I'm not seeing it on here.
Because I couldn't see Maverick posting, and when he first started posting, and I couldn't see. I can't see. I don't think I can see everything.
I'm seeing a little bit of disconnect on my Twitch stream. Hey, Moonbeam's here. Hello.
Sorry. I don't know what's happening, but I can't see stuff.
Yeah, there's some little stuff missing on our chat on the StreamYard feed that's I'm seeing on the Twitch feed. Huh. Interesting. But love you. And cheers to joining us.
Sorry, you guys deserve something of higher quality.
You do.
Because this is not.
But we ain't got any Johnny Bootlegger. I apologize.
I just wonder what it is that is making it taste so vitamin-y.
I don't know. I don't know if it's because it's fermented cane sugar, if it's doing something weird. I don't know. But I'm curious to find out. Are we going to have the massive sugar alcohol shits tomorrow? That's my concern. I mean, Punch Blast, Grape Blowout. It just sounds like rectal damage is in our near future.
You know? Yeah. Coming out your butt, you bet.
Yeah.
But
that's my feelings on this.
It's not bad, it's just not good.
All right.
It's like the Batman. It's not bad, it's just not good.
You're talking about the latest Batman movie?
It is flat to me. And it's not, I don't hate it, I just don't like it, you know?
Here's my feelings about it. As Batman, I think it works. But when he's Bruce Wayne, it just throws a wrench in the system.
At age 30, whatever, I mean, I don't know what age, if he's still supposed to be in his 20s, I never should hear him say, "You're not my father," to Alfred. It's the most unrealistic thing, because even if...
But he did have proper emo hair when he said it.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, this is why everybody keeps calling him the emo Batman, because of that one phrase.
Yeah.
Him being like, "You're not my father." And I'm like, you're old. You should not care. He should be, at this point, he should be a man you respect. Not, it annoys me every time they try to do the, he doesn't respect him because he was trying to be his father thing. I'm just like,
You're not my real dad.
Yeah.
So, I mean, me and Dominique, or
Have some
Dominique and
respect.
I, both had the same thoughts when that line was put out. I was like, oh, what the fuck? But I will say, overall, in the film, I like the horror theme aspect.
I guess it just makes him look. It makes him look like he is just a bitch boy, like who's just like a rich guy who never had to deal. I'm like, y'all are old enough to where that isn't a conversation that anybody, a mature person would not say that to another adult as an adult.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you making Batman look like such such a baby? He's
Like,
not a baby. This is a guy we're supposed to respect.
That line works in Gotham.
Yeah, in Gotham that works.
Yeah.
Not in Batman.
Yeah, I had a problem with that line too. I just kind of.
I'm like, who are we all kidding? Like, that is not a guy that's even. I wouldn't consider that Bruce Wayne or Batman. If that's who Bruce Wayne or Batman are, throw him away. Like, what? Alfred, you're not my father? It's like, dude, you respect him enough to have him do all your shit. And I get that, like, this is supposed to be newer Batman. But I'm just like, he also grew up with Alfred. Yeah. And if you're going by the timeline of, like, what has happened to him through his life through, whether it's comics or whatever, I'm just like, that is not a statement that I feel is appropriate for Batman at any point.
I will say this. Overall, in that movie, I feel like the horror theme of it, how they try to make it more like a horror film than a comic book movie, I appreciated that. I had moments where I wasn't sure about the Riddler situation. I don't know. I'm going to let it play out. I didn't hate it.
I don't
love it.
It gave any of the payout they meant for it to give out.
The one thing I like the best, though, is they didn't overdo the fucking Christian Bale. I'm Batman. I'm here to. They didn't overdo that shit. They did not overdo that shit. So that's all I can say. I haven't seen Doctor Strange yet, but I already know Marvel is a superior product.
I would say this is the most to disagree with what. I don't even like I said, I don't, but it felt 3 hours. That's all I can say.
I don't know if he's the worst Batman. Because
who would be the worst Batman to you? If it's not Christian Bale.
George Clooney.
I can't, because I would still put him above him. I love Batman Forever. Is it Batman Forever?
No, Val Kilmer was Batman Forever.
What's the other one then?
Batman and Robin. The Bat Nipples. Oh. The Bat Nipples.
Yeah, Bat Nipples were the best part of everything. But I also hated it because if you think about it, Alfred had to make Batwoman's, or what's her butt, Clueless, her outfit. And he made a thong on the outside. I was like, that was supposed to be her grandfather or her uncle or something in the movie. And I was just like, and he gave her an outside thong for her fucking suit. That's the creepiest part of that whole thing, is I was like, that's supposed to be her family. Well, and he dressed her like that.
See, the thing is they don't talk about it much, but Alfred is actually a very strong fundamental Christian. He's part of the IBLP. So, he just, it's just the way it is. That's, they're covered up, but they're still slutty. So, objectification of women.
That was like the movie I got to watch over and over. One of the movies I got to watch over and over when I was a kid. I remember.
Rape tastes significantly worse after drinking the punch.
Well, because it's all not good, Justin. If you could sit down even more than you're sitting down, let me break it to you. These are not good. They're not going to get better. Switching from flavor to flavor isn't going to make it any better. It's
What?
just gonna get
Hang on. I just hang on. Heresy has been spoken on this podcast, and I'm just this is objectively the worst take I've ever heard on anything ever. Adam West is the all-time greatest Batman ever.
I think he's the worst modern day Batman, for sure. But I do enjoy 60s.
I absolutely loved whenever I grew. Okay, Nick at Night was a fairly new channel as a youngster, and they always, one of the first things they played after Nickelodeon went off the air, one of the first things they played was Batman and Dick Van Dyke, and those two shows were the best shows ever. And I think Adam West is just a absolute delight, and the fact that he died shortly after Donald Trump became president made me suspicious that I think Donald Trump killed Adam West because he's evil and he
I'll
likes to ruin
subscribe.
things.
Sounds nice. I mean, that doesn't sound nice, but I will allow it. Oh, dude, the first time I saw Adam West as Batman, I saw the movie, and it was just something I put on for myself because I was just like, "Oh, what's this?" And I put it on, and having seen the other Batmans, I thought it was serious. The Batman movie, like I thought this was like supposed to be serious still. And I was like, the whole time I was laughing so hard, and I was just like, my God, like, like this is what the Batman used to be.
Which one, Batman and Robin?
No, the first, like, the Batman movie, like from back in the day with Adam West.
Yes,
Like,
it was on Nick at Night. I do believe they also played it on the Family Channel because I mean, it was also in rotation.
but I didn't know that's what Batman was. I thought it was like, I thought it was still supposed. I thought it was always that.
I
And
mean,
then when I
Adam
saw
West.
that's when I was just like, holy shit. And then that's when I found out that even Adam West's Batman wasn't anywhere near what we have now.
See, I love the fact that Adam West really got into the utility belt thing. None of the modern day Batmans really get into the utility belt. Fucking shark spray.
I know. Yeah, I was like, that's the main thing I remember was shark repellent. And I was like, that's like in the beginning, right? And I was just like,
Yeah, the Batman
shark
66
repellent.
movie. Yeah, he had the shark repellent.
I was like, when would Batman? And then I don't know.
But yeah, I do believe it was also on Family Channel. But I used to remember I saw it on Nick at Night too. Because I think it was on Family Channel during the day.
But no, George Clooney was my Batman because for a while, because that was the only Batman I had seen. It took a while for me to see Val Kilmer and hold on.
Okay, so honestly, I kind of feel like Batman.
Birdman. I can't remember what his name is. He was Birdman too.
Batman and Robin. That was Christopher. He's on NCIS LA now.
Yeah, he's two Batmans. He plays Batman twice with two different Batmans.
What?
Or he plays Robin twice with two different Batmans.
Does he?
I think he does.
Was he Batman Forever?
I think so. Michael Keaton, there you go.
Wait. Oh yeah. Wait, what are we talking about?
But yeah, my Batman experience, I was still a kid, but later in life I figured out all the Batman stuff. Like DC was not not as much of a thing, except for like late night, early morning cartoons.
Yeah. Chris O'Donnell, that's his name. Chris O'Donnell. Was he in Batman Forever?
I swear he was Robin twice. Maybe I'm wrong. I swear he was Robin twice. Robin's so nice, they made him play him twice. Which also probably wasn't the best either.
Let's check his IMDb.
Everybody's saying yes. He's gonna fight it till the end.
Oh, honestly, I don't remember all Batman Forever that much because I was really excited that Jim Carrey was the Riddler because that felt like a perfect fit. But Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face,
I liked the outfit.
Yeah, the outfit worked, but like the way he portrayed Two-Face didn't feel right. Yeah, Keaton didn't have Robin.
Who's the memory? I don't know enough, but
Marlon Wayans was almost cast as Robin. Oh shit! Hang on, I gotta piss so bad. Diane, take it away.
Batman's fantastic, all of them. I don't know if is the only other person to play Robin, like besides the movies, like the Adam West one. Is he and what's that guy's name? From Third Rock from the Sun? Or I mean, like, I guess I don't know. There's so many Robins these days. I don't know who. To me, it's Dick Grayson. Like that's Robin. But yeah, there you go. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. French Stewart. yeah, there you go. But he was like in the Christian Bale's one. He was like supposed to be Nightwing, kind of, or I think that's where they were trying to go with that. They were trying to lead with Night or go into the Nightwing thing, but I guess I don't know if they're ever going to do anything with that.
I have returned, and that piss was delightful. You know what I realized? I named this podcast. We're supposed to talk about the Red Ranger, and we talked about fucking Princess Peach and Batman. We haven't even touched on the Red Power Ranger because the whole reason why originally this whole podcast is supposed to be centered around the Red Power Ranger because I saw a retweet from Maverick and he shared the article and I read it and there was a whole thing because I got pretty ranty when I read the article about the Red Power Ranger. Yes. I will touch the Red Power Ranger. So let me get into this real quick because I was thinking about this while I was pissing because I even had the thing scrolling across the bottom and we were talking about Batman the whole time. All because the Batman movie was mediocre. Like it had some good parts and had some bad parts. But so the Red Power Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Jason Lawrence Giger of McKinney, Texas. Of course, it's Texas. It's always Texas. But he is one of 19 defendants named in a federal indictment from the FBI. So basically, during the pandemic, they had the PPP loans. So the personal protection loan, paycheck protection loans for small businesses, which is intended for all these other like
So he basically, or not embezzled money, but like he
basically took out these loans. He took out 16 of these loans worth I think it was like $3.5 million total for all these, I guess, fake businesses. And basically they arrested him for fraud.
yeah, for fraud, because like a lot of people actually got hit with that after the people whatever
Yeah.
those loans.
Here is my problem with it. Do you know how many major corporations have taken out these PPP loans and have not paid shit back, and they're trying to do everything they can to not pay it back because they're massive corporations and got several $1,000,000? And I really feel like this Jason Lawrence thing is he's a big enough name to make it look like they're making an example out of somebody.
They did that with what's his name from Love and Hip Hop. I can't remember who it was, but he was a rapper. He got in trouble.
Yeah. But here's the thing. This is what bothers me. He's got enough of a name. I feel like this is like without actually indicting corporate CEOs that got billions of dollars, they're going off of this guy. They make an example out of him. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, fuck this guy. You know, he's already got plenty of money. You know, I need some money. I got a tattoo shop I'm trying to open. I got bills to pay. I got cats to feed. Like, fuck that. But at the same time, it's like, why you just come after this guy? There are fucking mega corporations that took out just more money and are fucking over more people and putting out all these fake job fucking things and increasing their requirements and not hiring people for it. But then you got this fucking guy who, yeah, he's, you know, fuck him. He's doing his sketchy shit. But fuck, dude, those guys got more money. Fuck them too.
Everybody watch Love and Hip Hop and see how you talk after a whole season of Love and Hip Hop.
That show's terrible.
It is terrible. My vocabulary changed so drastically.
More of the story is fuck the rich, eat their souls, and fuck their mothers.
Clapping ensued for quite a few months after like watching Love and Hip Hop.
Don't make me start clapping.
That's how you interact. You get in people's faces, claps.
I'm just saying, fucking capitalism. I mean, fuck you, rich people. Just fuck you all right in the fucking ear. God damn it. Sorry. That, like, I read the article and just set me off on this tirade. But part of the problem is I watch a lot of TikToks and I like a lot of stuff that's like fight the power and fuck all this. And it sends me on a fucking rabbit hole. And I just get all. It's look. I hate capitalism, but I hate a lot of other things, and it just, you know, corruption and government and corporations. It's just, I get angry, you know.
Do you think Bruce Wayne would be a great politician, or do you think he'd suck?
Oh, fuck that guy too. Because you know what? He's rich too. He acts like he's trying to save the world, but you know what? He's fucking rich too. So is Iron Man. That's not relatable, fucking guys. What
Fucking
the fuck?
right. What's the reason why he didn't come back in the show?
I just, like, fuck it all. I'm just glad I didn't take out a PPP loan. Because they'd probably be trying my ass too.
Did you get a PP loan?
No, I said I didn't.
Oh,
I could have though, because I do have the
I was like, wait a second. Shit, Justin.
I said they'd probably be trying my ass too.
Yeah, I know. They would be trying your ass. That's why I was like, wait a second, did you really get one?
No, I didn't. Because they're going after all the people that are fucking broke and probably need it. They're just trying to find a way to make their shit together.
Yeah. It's still not, yeah. I remember hearing about all these people. I'm like, yeah, the way to, yeah.
I appreciate the support. Both at once.
Well,
Fruit punch is still better.
is it?
Yeah.
I would say here's my thoughts on my closing take on that Batman. Robert Pattinson, I feel like kind of got what's his name? Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck. Yeah, I just feel like I didn't see enough. I don't know. I don't know if he was a good Batman or a bad Batman. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna give him 5 out of 5 because I don't know. I do think Ben Affleck had the capabilities to be a good Batman.
As an old man Batman. Old man Batman.
Yeah.
Maybe
and I feel like Robert Pattinson could have been better too, but it's not even the script sucked. I don't even know how to describe it. I just personally
it was the one line. It was the "you're not even my real dad." That just like fucking it took credibility out of his mouth. It's like one of those things. It's like when one line makes you overthink the whole situation so much, it just fucks it all up.
Yeah, I'm just like I'd give him another chance. I wouldn't say totally throw Robert Pattinson out of the running for being a decent Batman. But I'm also like Ben Affleck too. That wasn't his fault.
Yeah, from what I hear, Pattinson's the Batman sequel is supposed to have the Joaquin Phoenix Joker in it, supposedly. Which I think I'm on board for it.
How old is Batman supposed to be in the new Batman?
I don't have a fucking clue.
I mean, I don't care. I don't really care. It would be nice to see it again.
I don't think they ever.
Joaquin Phoenix is Batman. I like the Joker as a movie, but I'm not sure. I don't know. My favorite part, of course, was the end of the Joker. Just you still haven't seen that movie, have you?
What, the Joker?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. I finally saw it. I saw it a while back. Like a couple months ago. 3 months ago. I did see it. It's been seen. I watched it. It was so. Wait, Keaton is coming back. Actually, no, I did hear Keaton is supposed to.
I'll take that too, though. I'll take that too. I think that's nice. But I just feel like Batman fans should also not be so mad at Ben Affleck because that wasn't his fault.
No, I don't feel like Batfleck got.
I don't think he was able to reach. It was just not a great. The way they did the whole Batman Superman thing was a little weird.
Martha, that whole thing, like it just that was the moment of the movie where it was just like.
I really like that's a case where I just feel like it's not the actor's fault though that he wasn't his best there. I honestly, when I first heard it was Ben Affleck, I was like, no, thank you. Like, go fuck yourself. And then I was like, when I saw, I was like, okay, but then I was like, the movie just isn't good.
Yeah, the
it's just a bad representation. I don't know. I feel like both of those characters.
Yeah, like the whole.
It's not the worst. Like I'm not saying it's still. Again, I'm never saying any of this sucks. It's good and fun to have, but I'm just like I just don't.
The whole Justice League situation.
Ezra Miller is gonna be the best Flash ever made. He's gonna be punching women as he's running by.
Breaking up karaoke songs.
Yeah, just fucking running amok.
I still haven't seen the Snyder Cut. I just can't bring I've been trying to bring myself to watch it, but my problem is it's longer, and I hated the first version, and it just
That's what got me with the Batman movie. I legitimately don't have the capabilities of sitting down for a very long time. So I'm like, it's great to have extra content. It was good to have it in the house. That's why movie theaters don't work for me, because I was able to at least pause it and come back to it. And but I can't. Sometimes I watch a movie in the movie theater and I'm like, I'm enjoying this, but like, can we wrap it up? I can't. I can't sit for very long. And I feel like that was the Batman's thing. And it was well shot, but it was just like,
yeah, it was long. Like luckily, like when I watched it, I was at Dominique's house and we're sitting on the couch and we're cuddled up. So it was quite chill. It was nice. It was relaxing. We had a lovely time. She fell asleep watching it. I kept watching it. We were cuddling. It was great. It was great. But like trying to, if I were watching the movie, I'm in the movie theater. I think at a certain point my ass would have fallen asleep.
do you know who I'm sad that I don't like? Who's been I don't necessarily care for Jason Momoa as Aquaman. I love Jason Momoa with all my heart. Stargate Atlantis all day, every day, baby. But like, I don't know, man. Something about him as Aquaman is like he's supposed to be funny, but Jason Momoa doesn't like sell that for me.
So movie theaters overall have kind of a suckiness to them, but there's certain movies that are more enjoyable to watch in a movie theater. But super long ones,
Dude, I don't
I'm
know if
not
I
sure
said
about.
anything. We watched Doctor Strange. And
Roman Reigns plays Amber Heard.
Amber Heard, I don't know, man. Get rid. I never really liked her as Mirror anyway, but like, I don't know. I don't know. Get rid of her. At this point, I would get rid of her just because optically it's not a good idea, and honestly, I
Did you
don't.
know Amber Heard was in Pineapple Express?
Yeah, she's his girlfriend.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it, but like she's barely in the movie, so I never really paid much attention to her.
Well, that's kind of Amber Heard.
But now that I know that, it like has decreased my enjoyment of the movie. So
I do think I do think movies are better in theaters, but people suck. That's all I can say about theaters, and I would rather
that's
not
true.
have to deal with people. Because like we went to go see Doctor Strange, and there were these people, and it's of course we went late, and there's a bar in the theater. I'm thinking they were probably a little drunk, but they weren't talking or weren't whispering. They were talking throughout
Yeah,
stuff, and then
that's some bullshit.
and that's fine. Well, because we weren't to the movie yet, and then the people next to me were just like, "I hope these motherfuckers
Draft
shut up."
House or the Flicks place
Where we went?
or AMC
Yeah, we went to like Alamo or
Alamo,
somewhere. But they have like a little bar thing on the.
because Alamo AMC,
I think it was Alamo,
yeah, just an AMC. The
not just.
AMC's have a bar because Alamo's nicer. It's like a full on restaurant, and like if you're talking too loud, they will kick your ass out fast at
So they
Alamo.
were talking super loud in the beginning, but I was like, the movie hadn't even started. And the people next to me were like, I hope they shut the fuck up or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I guess I agree. But I'm like, you can talk to the previews through the previews. I don't care because that's not new content.
yeah,
Most of the time, you can find those on the internet if you're really that concerned, like
yeah.
YouTube. But like, so I don't really care about that. And then like the movie starts, they quiet down or whatever, and then the people next to me are on their phones the whole fucking entire time. And then their phones go off during the movie, and they're still pissed about these people back here talking. And I'm just like, I'm listening to you bitch about them. I'm listening to you guys talk how shitty you are. I'm sitting next to you. All I can see is your fucking phones. Like I was so annoyed with the whole experience
that
just
definitely
because
sounds like an
everybody sucked.
AMC. That sounds like an AMC experience.
I was just like, I was more annoyed with them because I was just like, you were just talking so much shit about how crappy these people are who are talking up here, and then you're on your phones the whole fucking movie. I was just like, okay. I was like, you're right. That's why I don't belong here.
Dan, it's our final review and our final thoughts. We barely talked about any of the 2 topics that are on the thumbnail, as per usual. So, that's a problem with when you prepare everything beforehand and then get drunk and go on a rant.
Start talking, yeah.
So, we're best to the bottom. That's what you got to deal with. You come here thinking you're going to get one thing, and next thing you know, we're ranting about fucking Batman and people talking next to you in the theater. But it is time to deliver our final thoughts on Neon Burst, Fruit Punch, and Grape Blowout.
Oh, wow. Wait.
You know what? Hang on.
Flintstones, vitamins all day, every day.
I mixed 2 together in my lucky cat. Let me see what happens.
Somebody prepare 911.
That was remarkably worse. Significantly worse. I regret my decision. It was fucking terrible.
I'm tempted to try, but I believe that with all my heart. Yeah, it was fucking terrible to mix the 2 together.
Like,
they're so big too. The thing is, if they were in smaller cans,
I know, like
I would probably buy them more than these big.
Part of the reason why I bought these is they were tall boys. I was expecting a different experience. And the experience we're getting, it's not a great experience. And once we go off the air, I still have to figure out how to drink the rest of these.
I know, that's what I always think about. I'm like, I'm gonna have like a bit of this, a bit of this. If I don't want it to like turn into stale crap, I kind of have to drink it. But
at least in the past, when we've had some stuff that wasn't great and I mixed them together, I made something and I found a way to make it work. But I just mixed these 2 together.
What we need is a pour container. Like we'll pour it in a pitcher, and then at the end of like I don't know how many days or weeks or whatever, we pull it out, and then that's what you chug at the end. Both of us pour in the end shit that we couldn't finish from every week.
At the end of the month. Oh my God.
Yeah, there you go. If you could keep it alive for that long, I don't know how you feed how you would feed such a monster, but I will
say this though. I might be drunker now than I was last week, but I'm not 100% sure. Last week,
definitely. I would say I'm definitely feel more because I didn't feel very much.
I felt delightful after last week's. Like I wasn't hammered, but I felt delightful.
You enjoyed that so much. I enjoyed just trying to ruin that for you. It was fantastic.
I know you. I'm not gonna lie. You really
fucked up last week's episode a little bit.
I mean, there was a lot going on. Like I'm 5'6". You're hating on Johnny Bootlegger. Like so much shit happened at the end of that one. But
By the end, you were about like negative, like feet.
Yeah, yeah. I think I ended at Sammy's nipples for flying. Is I think where I ended up at.
Uh,
So that'll put me at like 3 feet. I don't know.
probably a bit shorter. No, I'm just kidding. Sammy's not that short. She's 5'2", 5'3".
Yeah, that would put me at like 4'5".
Oh,
At
you
best.
measured. No, just kidding.
I don't know. I
Uh,
I don't know.
oh, I'm sorry. That's not appealing.
But I felt thoroughly gaslit.
I'm glad because that's 100% what I was trying to do.
Well, you succeeded. At least this week, I feel more intoxicated, but I don't know if I feel like it's a good thing. You know, like it's like
I still think that it could be better. Everything, it could be better.
I will say with the gaslighting experience, I still felt more pleasant with the Johnny bootlegger. Like when I was at the gas station earlier today, I almost bought more Johnny bootlegger for personal enjoyment later. The grape
Here,
flavor in
I
particular.
can guarantee. I'm telling you, I'm not gaslighting you. You can believe it or not, but that's scary to me, Justin. That was not that good. It's like when Deborah said that she loved all the Jumanji remakes with all of her heart. I'm just like, what are you doing? Are you gaslighting me? Because they were not that great.
No, like I felt like the Johnny bootlegger, the grape one, was absolutely delightful. But I also want to try it like not back to back with the apple. Like I'm serious. I feel like Johnny bootlegger is like almost in the soju territory. Not quite, almost.
I think you were drunker last weekend.
No, because I feel way more than I did last weekend.
Yeah. Well,
But this is only 8%. But there's also more volume. So I don't know.
one of these is 2% more than a Four Loko.
It's what?
2% more than a Four Loko. Two of them.
I thought Four Locos were like 13%.
14.
The 14%.
Two of them is more than a Four Loko, but you need two. That's what I'm saying. Buy a Four Loko and forget these things ever exist.
Yeah,
at least at this quantity. I mean, like if 8% is what gets you drunk, might as well. But like,
yeah, because at least for Loco, you're only dealing with a terrible taste experience for one can instead of two.
Yeah.
But Johnny Bootlegger, it was delightful. And bang! I don't need to say this anymore. Bang, you could have been 8%. If you would have been 8%, bang, at least 8%. 8%. I might have had some sort of pleasant feelings towards you, but like you went with standard 5%. And
how much did you pay for these? Hey,
oh, that's a good question.
Like,
fuck, I forgot. Oh no, they were 2 for $6.
2 for $6. That's the same amount as Four Locos. Well, no. Here they're $6.51. It went up a penny. So I guess they cost more or
no,
cost less.
They're the same as Four Locos because it was $6.51 as well after taxes.
Oh, okay. Wild
Because-
Boo.
So, yeah, so buy a Four Loco.
Yeah, buy 2 Four Loko, sons of bitches.
Yeah, so this is a jobber for Four Loco. Bam, there it is, right there. Bam. Look,
Jobber.
it's a
Flavors
jobber.
aren't good. Price
Neon-
isn't right.
Leon Burst is a jobber for Four Loco. And honestly, I thought I was going to expect more from this. Like, yeah, I feel delightful, but at the same time, did I enjoy the ride? No, I didn't. Is the fruit punch better than the grape? Yes. Does that give me weird feelings? Yes. Because I like a lot of grape
fruit
flavored
punch
stuff.
is like the easiest flavor.
You know my feelings towards Dimetap.
I know. I just think
Grape and Dimetap go hand in hand, and they frolic in the forest, and they have a delightful time. This
hate
is
to
not
say it.
delightful.
but you're in the wrong realm of like, recreational substances. You need to be
Don't
in the
you
purple
talk to
drink
me.
world.
Yeah, where the fuck do you think Dimetap comes from?
Exactly. So stop looking for it here in the alcohol world and let the rest of us, just enjoy our alcohol.
You know what, Dan? This gaslighting thing, this whatever your bit is.
Favorite thing in the world. I swear, everybody just gaslight everybody you love. Because it didn't have a word.
What
before.
is the title for the head of the choir? Because that's what you are. But you sing like the songs of gaslightation. That's
Fucking nailing it, dude. Gaslighting is so. I like I said before. I'm not going to use the word inch. I said because I somewhat regretted that. But gaslight your friends. Gaslight the people that you know and not love, because then it starts to become a crime thing. Because this one guy, I can't remember what the story was about, but he was like, my wife gaslighted me, told me that I was mentally ill, blah, 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 blah. He started to believe it, and it turned into a thing. And I'm like, gaslighting like that is not cute or fun. But gaslighting as a thing is just so enjoyable.
all right. All right. I just saw some more gaslighting here. Look, don't talk to me about caffeinated beverages. I don't think you understand the type of addiction I have to caffeine.
If you just believe that everybody's gaslighting you, you'll probably live a wonderful life. You could be as big of a piece of shit as you want. But
and then, the final statement is, but the seltzer was great. The seltzer, I am not, you know what? I am not taking the bait. I am not going on a Bang tirade. I am not. I have grown past this. I have ranted on Bang several times. I'm just saying, 5% and your lawsuits, it just. Rainbow Unicorn. No, I'm not taking the bait. I'm going to drink this terrible fruit punch.
hey, remember, did you miss my grandma's kitties and titties toast? That's our new toast. It's the best toast. Grandma's kitties and titties.
Is that because of our grandma and our cats?
Yeah. Grandma's titties, and you need a third, so titties. Grandma's kitties, titties,
Yeah, I mean, and it works.
Yeah. I mean, who don't like titties?
Yeah.
So I hope everybody's grandmas, kitties, and titties are safe and healthy.
Exactly.
Sorry for all the slapping next to my microphone. But God bless you all, I guess.
It's not the worst thing that has happened on this podcast.
Oh, you mean the cat's playing in the fucking room? Yeah.
But we have reached 2 hours.
Mm.
I feel like I've lost all the utter control of everything. So I think it's time to bring this to a close. Because this has been Best of the Bottom or Bottom Class People drinking bottom shelf booze. And this beverage is a jobber. And I
agree.
like, maybe it's because I enjoy the Johnny Bootlegger as much as I did, and I had higher expectations. And that didn't happen here tonight. And it was a disappointment. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. This
could be worse, but it's not enough to make me drink it again.
Yeah, like honestly, next time I go to the gas station, I'm like, I need some booze. I want to unwind for the evening. I want to feel good. I'm not going to buy this. I'm going to go for the Johnny Bootlegger. That's what I'm going to reach for. Or maybe if I go to a liquor store, I'll get some soju. But if I go to a party and somebody hands me one of these, I will find a way to tough it down. It's just the way it is because I'm polite. But if you're watching on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, click that bell, get those notifications going, and join the family. Bring the shit in. Join us. And we are live every Monday night, 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/bottom class. We have a website at paracriticalproductions.com. There's some t-shirts, there's some mugs. If you'd like to donate and help us grow, we're trying to do things. I'm trying to make things better. Look, man, I'm just a jackass in a reverend suit and a Boba Cat. By the way, did you see? I found my pen. I found the Boba Cat pin. You know where it was? It was behind the Patron bottle. At some point, I took it off of this to wash it, and I hid it from myself. What the fuck? I love this cat pin. It's delightful. I love the word delightful and lovely. But yeah, we got the website.
Is this a cry for help? Did you just cry for help? Or are you just like, look at me? I just lost something I cared about so much.
Don't talk about my cries for help.
Sorry. My bad.
Down at the bottom, we have an Instagram, a Twitter, and TikTok all at Bottom Class, which is essentially my social medias because Diane sucks at social media. But, give us a follow. Join us there, too. And you know what? We've laughed. We loved. We learned. We cried a little. And we have determined capitalism does not work. And it's destroying our country slowly, little by little, and, ruining lives. As well as, Nintendo apparently doesn't hate women drivers, which is a good thing. So, the moral of the story is neon bursts might give you explosive diarrhea. And you know what? Don't be a shitbag. That is the takeaway of this podcast. We love you guys. Enjoy that.
They wasted all that money on fucking what's that guy's prosthetics in Batman, though.
Wait, what?
Colin Farrell. Is that his name? Is Colin Farrell?
He was in Daredevil.
Yeah, they fucked it up.
Tasted pretty good.